while I've been walking forever, lost in the marsh. The two travelers were talking quite. Yeah, I got so lost in the marsh. Why go anywhere else if it's... Yeah, never having to... The birds scare me though. The two travelers... Yeah, I got... Why go anywhere? Yeah, the birds scare me though. The two travelers were... Yeah, I got... Why go anywhere? Yeah, the birds scare me though. The guard squawked. Stand back, don't come in. The guard was protecting a path down between the rocks. Nothing down there but sad. Go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight. The Forest King. You'll see there's no need to keep. He'll make a bird of you. Go get your feathers. The guard joked. Another and with a bag looking all nice, both guards started looking at Ember with a deathly stare. The guard leered. The Forest King would like you, little scrap. Yes, come a little closer. Let us see what's in that bag. We guard the door. Oh yes, we decide who gets to see the king. Don't stray too far. The Crossroads gate was locked. Change your mind, little... Don't keep the Forest King waiting. The Forest King... Yes, yes, come this way. A feeling of foreboding overcame Ember. Ember was terrified but tried not to show it. The giant bird spoke softly. Do not fear. The bird is a friend. Ember wanted to feel safe. Oh, little Ember. The birds will take another under our wing. Stay safe in the nest. You'll never... Ember was still afraid. Is it the night that scares you, little one? See? Birds will make the world less frightening. It wasn't only the night that frightened Ember. The bird was disappointed. Hope is false. Hope hurts little ones in the end. The Forest King spoke. Perhaps they could rest here. It was hard to know what else to say. Clever little, you will stay. You search for hope no more. Now take this feather. Feather means Ember is... Birds keep little one. Birds should never leave the nest. The guard seemed pleased. I can hold that back. Leave him alone. They're one of... Yeah, one of us, and we all shares bags and things. The travelers had a campfire remained. Bear tracks lay in the cinders. The guards squawked. Stand back, don't come any closer. Nothing down there but go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight. Got your first feather? Stand watch here. Promise you won't let anyone pass. The stranger leaned in. But friend, those birds are really just embers, dressed up. Ember didn't like deceiving the birds. But what choice did they have? They couldn't rest in that place forever. They had to keep going. This forlorn was not the same as the others. The forlorn whispered softly, I know what I may never be ready. The future is yours, but mine is mine. Ember left the forlorn with the time wasn't right, perhaps would never be. Ember uncovered a journal entry. Dusk brings the longest shadows. The lanthorn comforts me. Soft melodies from home. Ember hurried away from the birds. The mist hung close to Ember, hiding them. The Forest King seemed frightened, the birds cruel. Ember would rather risk turning forlorn than become like them. Ahead there would be others to help, and maybe a way to move on. Hidden away was a scrap of journal. There were memories here, bound in rock. I hear their voices echo in the ancient stone. I find footprints by the cinders, a makeshift camp. The traveler seemed distressed. I'm sure it's fine, but it's been a while. It's my fault. Whispered quietly, no matter where I go, always here. It looked like a map, but pieces were missing. The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around. The piece formed a new route. it was the same place as before. But how? In a haze, they said, going round and round, never escaping. An eerie scene, like a moment frozen in time. Ember found a scrap of journal. I heard them coming. The snap of a twig, a flutter of birds, a figure dashing through the undergrowth. Another like me? Gradually, more of the map was revealed. A section of bridge had somehow been ripped from its foundations. It was like the map had been broken on purpose. The mist revealed a secret place. Was it hidden on purpose? The stranger spoke. He said some things and now I'm lost. And it's too late. skeleton looked peaceful. Held tightly in its hand was a red feather. The statue spoke. The instrument you now hold has another before you took great effort to hide it deep within this riddle. The lanthorn began to glow. Inside was the wanderer's journal. Another face at last, a catcher of fish resting by a pond. We work together, silk and tar and aching fingers. My boat floats once more, though I almost wish to stay. Was a secret diary entry. Pink, orange, red, brown, leaves gently dancing to the ground. Crunch, crackle, lovely sound, fall into a giant mound. There was one last place to reach on the map. Lost message was inside. The mist is thick. One way blurs into another. Ember felt a great relief to be out of the mist. didn't mind getting muddy. The slide was such fun. A sleeping pig. Trotters, and they looked happy. The plant looked like it could take a handle, and it was in Ember's way. The fruit was giving off a sickly sweet smell. The plant looked like it could, and it was in Ember's way. The plant looked like, and it was in Ember's way. Ember found a secret note from the Wanderer. Something beckons. This place is not home. Ember found a lost message. The smell of hot broth and hearty stew wafts across the swamp. By the cook's pot I meet another. Ember chuckled. The dangerous plant was no match for a hungry piggy. A hideous odor filled the air. And suddenly, the reason was obvious. The pig inhaled a giant snort of air. Wait, what's that delicious smell? Ember shuffled nervous. Other embers fed me treat, but then stopped. You feed me now. The skull was disgusting. Perhaps the pig would like it. Ember came upon another campfire lost in the wilderness. It looked long cold, but ready to be lit. The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen." This is the hollow marsh. Here hope was consumed before it. You must not lose hope, or you too will. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind. There are others lost along their journey. Find them and I will guide them. Down steps to your east, travel the path south, watching a pig grow unhappy, a forlorn, lost hope.